Right, so first chore of the day, fixing a locker screw that has been bent because somebody, I'm not saying any names, got a little bit enthusiastic about shutting it.
What is the golden rule, darling, of being on a boat? Golden rule. Should I give you a clue?
Yeah, go on.
No hammer. Oops.
It's slightly more than a clue, but yes. So we were told by a very intelligent sailor, if you need to have a hammer on a boat, then you shouldn't be having a boat. It's just going to make it worse, I think. We were in Mallorca for, what, about a month? Fixing stuff, again. And then we were off to Sardinia.
It was going to be a 3-day passage, and we were still a little bit nervous about the overnight passages, so we decided to hire an ex-commander in the Navy.
Yep.
Jim Reed.
Yep. So imagine hiring Raymond Blanc to boil an egg.
Okay.
Might have gone a little bit overboard.
We're with the nuclear option, I'd say.
Yes. Kelly learnt a lot more than I did.
How so?
The knots.
Are you still harping on about this Kelly knot, which frankly is a myth?
It's terrible. Absolute disaster.
There is no such thing as a Kelly knot.
It's not a myth.
So not.
Run VT.
Well, isn't this a thing of beauty?
8.5 hours in from Mallorca to Sardinia. Guess what? The wind is right on our nose. The sea state's all right, but you know, there's some long waves. Could be a long night.
Well, I've just come off my first night shift, my first 3 hour night shift since we started this 3-day passage to Sardinia. And I'm going to catch 6 hours sleep now. At least I'm going to try. As you can probably see, the boat's a wee bit bumpy tonight just because we've got the waves coming right at our bow, which essentially is right there.
It was a bit of a rough passage, not helped by the near collision that we had in the night. Guess who was at the helm?
Oh, that's not fair. Sweetheart, you gave me the worst handover. In fact, all you handed over were the binoculars and said to me, oh honey, you just got to see the Milky Way tonight, it's epic. So you hadn't been watching for anything, and I also came on watch sleep deprived because of your snoring. You don't believe me? Roll VT.
The best thing about a night sail is actually the dawn.
Yeah.
You know, after the night sail's over, it can be spectacular, and also you've reached safety of daylight.
We're now more than halfway through our passage to Sardinia, a 3-day passage, and as you can see, all we can see is horizon.
So we've just finished our last night sail, and we're approaching Sardinia, and amazingly you can smell land. So it's a beautiful morning and very dramatic skyline of Sardinia.
Our first port of call in Sardinia was this lovely little place on the western coast called Alghero, and sailing into Alghero is quite spectacular. It's sort of a fortified medieval town, and there are cobbled streets everywhere, and they do this really lovely thing, I guess a theme of bikes and flowers, and you see them everywhere, don't you? It's just a nice little touch.
Algarve, lovely place, but the rest of northern Sardinia beckoned. So off we went.
This is a really stunning part of the world to go sailing in. The waters are just the most beautiful colour. I think we stopped, dropped anchor, had a swim.
Yep, had a swim, had a haircut.
Had a haircut. Looking good, Dale. Get here.
I
Get
do
here.
feel like a sheep. Just had my hair cut.
And
I feel like a sheep. I haven't had a mirror, so I have no idea, but I trust my wife. And so I'm a bit hairy, so I'm going to jump in and get rid of all the evidence.
it'll be fine, love. It'll be fine.
Oh, I'm absolutely sure, Darry. I've got no qualms. I have no pride. Clearly, that's gone.
On this northern coastline, one of the prettiest places to sail into, I think, was Castelsardo.
So here we are, Castelsardo.
Castelsardo.
Exactly, otherwise known as Kilimanjaro Strado. Very tiring indeed. Didn't realise how high it was. This little village where they all live. This has got to be the most rewarding meal you can have after climbing about 1,000 steps. No, 2,000 steps. Not entirely a race to get out of Dodge. However, we've seen that the weather's going to deteriorate quite quickly over the next couple of days. So we want to get to a safe marina before it happens. So from the phone call to the marina to us casting off must have been, 6 minutes. So now we're just leaving Castelsardo.
Castelsardo.
Exactly, beautiful place. Really enjoyed our time here, but it's time to move on up to the Maddalenas and try and get into a safe harbour.
You watching that thundercloud?
Winter is coming. Right, let's get this bad boy in.
Why?
We changed taxi. It's called sailing, love, sailing. Oh, she loves it. And by the power of wind alone, I command you to move.
It was towards the end of the season, and even though you can get some really good sailing in, the weather can get a bit fierce, can't it?
Yeah, it can get really unpredictable, so you have to be very sharp at being able to get the sails in quickly. In a bit, alright, babe? Down a bit. Whatever does down a bit mean?
Things got a little bit tense. You got a little bit cranky, didn't you, Dale?
No, there was.
You didn't like the big strong winds.
No, there was some mutinous chatter amongst the ranks, which Captain Bligh had to put a very, very short end to from
Fletcher
Christian here.
I'm not Fletcher Christian.
No. You didn't listen to what I said, darling.
Darling, I'm doing it.
No, it has to be down.
That has to be down.
No, the thing has to be all the way down, or else it'll just won't let it. Right, now you can do it. God.
What the old man? You have to learn to get over your disagreements pretty quickly on a boat.
Take orders.
No, not take orders. Just learn how to compromise and not get cranky with each other.
Compromise is the word of the devil. On a boat,
You're-
compromise.
you're not the
Shall we go
underskip-
west? No, let's go south. Oh, sorry, let's just go straight into the rocks.
What you forget, Dal, is that I was skippering at the time.
Hence the into the
Just
rocks
saying.
comment.
We're not putting enough pressure on it, tension,
yeah, fair
when
point.
we're filling it in, yeah?
Fair point.
That's all I was saying.
I know.
Didn't need the grief.
I got you a cup of tea, a biscuit, and we're all loved up again.
Yeah.
Anything for a bit of peace, seriously. We decided to take refuge on the main island of the Maddalenas, and we ended up staying a few days longer than expected, didn't we? Because it really came
Yeah,
in.
we did. I mean, this was our first experience of the autumn Mistral, which comes in like a hoolie. So this is why we've come into town. It's either the Tramontara or the Mistral. Very blowy.
We were going to be there for a couple of days. Fortunately, they literally had wine on tap. How cool is this, love?
Oh, it's great. Bring your own bottle, your plastic bottle, fill it up, and bought your mother's brother. This is what we've come to. Filling up our own plastic bottles with some grape juice. €2 though. €2 a bottle.
€2.
I like a good deal. What's going on here, darling?
There was a boat stuck on us. He's kind of jackknifing a couple of boats. We were in bed asleep and we had a bit of crashing and banging going on, and this is what's happening, really.
Got a bit of an audience as well. Even that dog's embarrassed.